was brimmed with every dream she'd ever known. In that bar she stood alone. No, the mic was cold, but her heart wasn't. She poured it out like she'd forgotten all the no's and empty rooms, all the nights she fought the gloom. No one cheered, but still she sung. The fire inside her still burned young. She didn't chase the fame or flash, just stories carved from love and ash. A quiet girl with thunder soul, singing truth she couldn't hold. The mic might have froze in her hand, but her spirit took a stand. The mic was cold, but her heart wasn't. Each line she lived, not just recited. But the world passed by without a glance, but she gave every note a chance. 'Cause somewhere deep she still believed her voice was more than they perceived. Maybe one day they'd rewind, hear the gold they left behind. The mic was cold, but her heart wasn't. She sang for those the world abandoned. Through cracked old amps and empty floors, her song still opened unseen doors. She didn't need the crowd to know her heart was always set to go.
She smelled like cornfields after rain, wore granddad boots and carried pain, had a laugh that lit a porch at night, and eyes like stars on a summer flight. I met her where the gravel bends, where fences break and hearts begin. She carved her name in the old oak tree, right below where she carved mine and me. Back when her name was home, when love was dirt and sweet tobacco smoke, when every mile led me to her smile, and I believed in never letting go. Now that house is just a frame, and I still whisper out her name. The place I go when I'm alone is back when her name was home. We slow danced in that rusted barn while lightning bugs lit up her charm. She said forever's not a place, it's holding on through every phase. But time got mean and hearts wore thin, and I lost her where the road begins. She left that ring on the windowsill, right where the wind won't ever sit still. back when her name was home, when prayers were said on the tailgate chrome, when Sunday felt like church in the sky, and I was hers without a why. Now the firewood's all gone cold, this old truck just feels too old, but I still drive back through the stone to when her name was home. I tried to find her in another town, but no porch light shines the way she shone. There's no front door that feels like hers, no coffee cup, no whispered words. Back when her name was home, when I knew love like boots, no stone, I still sit where the wild grass grows and call her name. The silence knows she's gone, but I still roam. Back when her name was home.
She wrote her truth in quiet lines by candle glow and borrowed time. A voice too soft for crowded bars, but every note held battle scars. The world was loud, she sang it low and let her melody gently grow. She was a song the world wasn't ready for, too raw, too real to top the charts or hit the floor. No glitter shine, no radio war, just heartbeats written into chords. She was a song the world wasn't ready for. She never chased the neon stage, just poured her soul onto the page. And in that worn out notebook spine lived verses lost before their time. The crowds moved fast, they missed her grace, but heaven slowed to hear her face. She was a song the world wasn't ready for, too tender for the fight, too strong to ignore. She didn't fade, she just withdrew. Some songs are meant for skies more blue. She was a song the world wasn't ready for. full of rhymes and dreams. Wrote them down at 17. Every chorus was a place I'd go. Every bridge or road I know. But the pages faded in the rain, and life just took another lane. I left my plans in a song I forgot, in a melody, tiny time somehow lost. That old cassette in the glove box dust held every version of who I was. Now I hum a tune I barely know, of a girl from a long time ago. I left my place in a song I forgot. Thought I'd sing 'em on a neon stage, but love came in and turned the page. Traded chords for midnight cries and lullabies and quiet nights. I don't regret the path I chose, but sometimes that old song still shows. I left my plans in a song I forgot, in a dream I chased and almost caught. Those verses lit like a wild flame, were burned out soft without a name. Now I hum a tune I barely know, of a girl from a long time ago. I left my plans in a song I forgot. And maybe someday I'll find that tape, but I don't need it to know my fate. I left my plans in a song I forgot, and somehow I'm thankful I did not hold too tight to a younger view. I've had a different song in you, and I still hum a tune so faint that only memory can paint. I left my plans in a song I forgot. I used to hear it whisper low, from back roads dust to radio, a song that told me who to be, lit up like stars in Tennessee. But now it's quiet in my chest, and I don't chase like all the rest. That dream don't call my name no more, the voice I barely reckoned for. Once it burned just like a flame, now it flickers without a name. I gave it years, I gave it soul, but it don't fit me like before. There's peace in learning when to fold. Not every fire was meant to hold. I found a porch, a worn out song, and realized I'd chased too long. Now silence flickered like a broken tune. The stage was dark, the crowd moved on, but she still carried every song. No spotlight left to chase her name, just melodies that feel the same. A heart full of songs and nowhere to play, dreams in a suitcase packed halfway. Words still whisper through the dust, but silence took what she could trust. She sings to the wind night after day, a heart full of songs and nowhere to play. The bar closed down, her tip jar's dry, but she still sings to midnight skies. Every chord she plays is prayer for someone who might still care. She ain't gone, she just stays still on a back road dreaming iron will. A heart full of songs and nowhere to play. Hope hangs on where it used to sway. Each note's a tear she hides away, waiting on a stage that lost its way. She's got gold in every phrase, a heart full of songs and nowhere to play. Maybe the world ain't ready yet, but she ain't learned how to forget. A heart full of songs and nowhere to play, still strumming what she needs to say. If ever the silence fades away, she'll still be there come break of day, with a heart full of songs and somewhere to play. She came to town with a suitcase heart, a notebook full of country charts, sang in bars till 2 a.m. for tips and hopes and old regrets. She chased the stars, she paid her dues, but dreams don't always pay the rent. Where the dream ends and life begins, she found peace in smaller wins. A quiet porch, steady flame, a simple love, not chasing fame. She let go of neon signs for morning light and homemade wine. Yeah, that's where the dream ends and life begins. The song she wrote now love her child. No crowd, no stage, just something wild. A baby's still hums and melody, but sings it now in harmony. Where the dream ends and life begins, she found joy in deeper things. Not sold out shows or highway lines, but quiet nights and homemade rhymes. She traded highs that don't stay long for roots that hold her growing strong. That's where the dream ends and life begins. Sometimes goodbye ain't letting go. It's choosing what you need to grow. Where the dream ends and life begins, she found herself again within. Not the life she dreamed at 22, but one that's steady, real and true. She still smiles at what could have been, but she's right where life begins. She grew up where the gravel meets the corn, one gas station and a Friday night barn. Daddy fixed trucks, Mama prayed real loud, but her heart was always chasing clouds. She'd stare out past the county line, saying there's more to me than neon signs. She had dreams bigger than this town, where the streets end and the stars come down. In a notebook she drew her wings, mapped a life full of wild things. But folks said, girl, just settle down. But she had dreams bigger than this. She packed her hope in her denim coat, left behind love and a goodbye note. The diner job, the high school flame, all stayed back with a hometown name. She hit the road unsure and brave, with none but the song she gave. She had dreams bigger than this town, trading silence for a Nashville sound. On old stages with borrowed minds, she poured her soul into the night, still chasing dreams bigger than this team, bigger than this town. Now she sings on a wooden stage, her voice like fire, her eyes like rain, crown made cheer, her teeth inside. She's still that girl who dared to try. She had dreams bigger than this town, and she wears them though the miles America made her high. She still sees stars in small town skies. They told her dreams don't stick around, but she proved them wrong. Dreams are wrong. Bigger than this town. with a broken mic and a second-hand hat. She sings to walls and empty chairs, still hoping someone out there cares. The bar lights flicker like her will, but she won't leave this Tennessee hill. She's too stubborn to let go of Nashville, too proud to walk away down that hill. Dreams don't feed her, rent's overdue, but heartaches taught her what's true. She's kissed goodbye 1,000 times, but still writes songs in crooked lines. Too stubborn to let go of Nashville. Mama calls with worried tones. Come back home, you ain't alone. But that back porch never heard her cry like these alleys and southern skies. She's poured her soul in every note, on stages where no flowers grow. Too stubborn to let go of Nashville, still chasing echoes on this steep hill. The spotlight's cold, the crowd don't stay, but she belts it out anyway. One more song, one more show, still dreaming big, still moving slow. Too stubborn to let go of Nashville. Some call it foolish, some call it brave. She called it love, she cannot make. Her name ain't known, her voice ain't sold, but her story's worth its weight in gold. She's too stubborn to let go of Nashville, still standing tall when the nights chill. She don't need a silver stage, just the truth on every page. She'll fight until her last hello. Too stubborn to let go of Nashville.
He used to lay down around 10 o'clock. Now he's chasing rhymes in a coffee shop. That 9 to 5, it dulled his flame, so he packed his life and changed his name. A rusted truck, a flannel coat, a notebook full of half-sung notes. No more quiet nights or easy dreams. He traded sleep for 6 string. Now the moon's his only clock. Neon signs are where he talks. His prayers are sung, not softly spoken, through callous hands and chords unbroken. He gave up rest for something true, a melody he had to pursue. He don't count sheep or chase routines. He traded sleep for 6 strings. His friends all say, man, come back home. But he's married now to worn out tones. The world don't pay a voice like his. but he still plays for what it is. The motel lights, the lonely miles, a crowd of 10, a waitress smile. We don't need much, just room to sing. He traded sleep for 6 strings. Now the stage is his own bed, with verses echoing in his head. He ain't rich, but he's alive, and every note he survives. Quiet hurts, but music clings. Traded sleep for 6 strings. Some folks dream with their eyes closed. He dreams wide open on the road. Truth is love, songs don't lie, and that's the reason why he traded sleep for 6 strings and gave his soul to what it brings. Through lonely bars and worn out frets, he sings for things he won't forget. And if he never earns a thing, he still wouldn't trade those 6 strings.
Sunrise creeping through the window pane. Same old boots, same coffee stain. She ties her hair, grabs her keys, heads out chasing stubborn dreams. Folks say she ought to slow it down, but she's got fire that won't burn out. One day closer to never giving up. Still holding on when the road gets rough. She's got scars, but she's got grace. Every mile put still in her faith. She ain't there yet, but she's strong enough. One day closer to never giving up. There were nights she almost quit, tears falling in a diner shift, but prayers whispered in bathroom stalls turned into dreams that still stand tall. She don't need applause or luck, just grit, a truck, and a little bit of trust. One day closer to never giving up. Through the silence and the push and shove, she walks alone but walks real proud, head held high in a weary crowd. Ain't no quit in the soul she's got. She's one day closer to never giving up. Every note just feeds her flame. She carves her worth into the rain. One day closer to never giving up. A life built tough with a tender touch. Dreams might bend, but they don't break. She gives more than this world can take. She's not done, she's just rising up. One day closer the sun. But I've got a taste for the burning kind. And I've got a taste, burning kind. Trouble in a bottle in a free man's mind. Whiskey and wild horses, that's what I know. Running with the thunder, with the cold. A woman's love can't hold me. I was born to roll with whiskey and wild horses. I'm always gone. Met a girl down Amarillo way. She said, boy, your soul's gonna drift someday. I smiled and tipped my weathered hat. Said, darling, I already know that. She kissed me soft, said, you're the one. But I was chasing dreams before the dawn. I was chased before the dawn. Whiskey and wild horses, that's what I know. Running with the thunder, with the cold. A woman's love can't hold me. I was born to roam with whiskey and wild horses. I'm always gone. Maybe someday I'll lay it all down. Hang my hat in some slow town. But tonight I ride, I drink, I sing to the fire in my blood and the freedom it brings. Whiskey and wild horses, they call my name through the desert dust and the outlaw rain. I ain't looking back, I ain't settling down. Just a shadow in the dark on the edge of town. With whiskey and wild horses, I'll never be found. Oh. I pictured lace and white picket scenes, not rent past due, and busted dreams. Thought love would be a steady hand, not a wave I had to learn to stand. I traded Paris for a rusted truck and learned to live on a little luck. This ain't the life I dream, but it's mine. It's built on prayers and overtime. I've cried in kitchens and laughed in storms. Held my babies when the nights got warm. It's not the picture I once drew in my mind. This ain't the life I dreamed, but it's mine. He walked out when times got tight, left me with bills and a porch light. But I stitched my pride with a coffee spoon and danced alone in the living room. I've made peace with a crooked line, found joy in simple signs. So this ain't the life I dream, but it's mine. Worn out boots and secondhand shine. I love the scars when the road gets long. But I've grown roots and I've grown strong. This ain't the life I dream, but it's mine. It's every fall and every climb. It's the sunrise after a sleepless night. It's finding wrong still leads to right. No regrets, just a slower shine. This ain't the life I dreamed, but it's mine. Got a six string with more miles to shine, and boots that'll dance through borrowed time. The bars got smaller, the crowds got thin, but I still feel the fire kicking in. A fully grown rough from whiskey and years, but I still dream when the silence clears. Just one more shot at that big old stage, a crowd that don't mind my weathered age. Lights so bright they drown the doubt, where the songs I wrote get sung and loud. I ain't asking for fortune or fame, just one more night they remember my name. I play for tips in the neon glow, slept in trucks when the money got low, but every mile taught me to believe there's still something left up my sleeve. I ain't young, but I ain't done. Still got stories under the sun. Just one more shot at that big old stage, to sing my truth, not just my age. A crowd that feels each chord I've strung and hums along when the tears come. No encore, oh, no spotlight, oh, just one more ride before the road. Maybe they won't cheer, maybe they will, but I'll play my song. 'Cause chasing dreams ain't just for the young. Some songs take years to be sung. So give me one more shot at that big old stage, one last verse, one final page. Let 'em hear this old heart loud and clear, still beating strong after all these years. If it's the last time, I'll make it count. One more shot, and I'll lay it down. I pack my heart in a beat Never found that stage-lit land, but I held the mic with steady hands. And maybe lost is who I'm meant to be. If dreams were roads, they all led me. Woke up to the hum of a rundown fan, cracks in the ceiling and calloused hands. Thought by now I'd wear a satin dress, not yesterday's shirt, and this kind of stress. Life don't follow a dotted line, it curves through dust and borrowed time. Woke up far from the life I planned. No mansion, no diamond on my hand, but I got a heart that still believes in the sky had me to dream. I got a heart, don't judge me to dream. Might not be where I'm meant to land, but I'm still standing, still making a stand. Used to talk of Paris nights, now I chase kids and unpaid lights. Still there's peace in this coffee cup, even when the world gives up. I've made a home in what's gone wrong, singing my truth in a working woman song. Woke up far from the life I planned, the gray stone cold and a woman's song. Woke up far from the life I planned, the gray stone come in a wedding band. I've loved and lost and loved again, made best friends out of paper and pen. No map could have drawn this land, but it's mine with all its sand. Maybe the plan was never mine to write, maybe the beauty's in the fight. Woke up far from the life I planned, learned to dance on shifting sand. And though I cried where I should have shined, the strength in walking that crooked line. I've made a song with these calloused hands. Woke up for that I understand. Daddy said this land don't give, you take your licks and learn to live. He handed me a pair of worn out boots, said they'll carry weight if you walk them true. That red clay road taught me pain and pride, where sweat and storms go side by side. I fell face first, but I rose again. That's how a boy becomes a man. Out here where boots learn to stand, where you earn your worth, dirt on your head, where prayers rise up with the morning dew, and your word means more blood than made you grand. This is where boots learn to stand. Mama held the house like a gospel song, kept the lights on even when days feel wrong. Taught me grace don't come from ease, it's in the fight down on your knees. I've seen love and loss, joy and scars underneath these same old stars, and I still walk this rugged land with fire and heart and boots that stand. Boots learn to stand, where you rise again with calloused hands, where fences roots stay deep and promises are the ones that keep. It ain't a throne, but it's still great. This is where boots learn to stand. Now my boy's out there with a shovel and grin, kicking dust like I once did. I just smile, sit in the old straw hat, 'cause I know exactly where he's at. Out here where boots learn to stand, where boys grow up to be honest men, where storms blow hard but hearts hold true, and home is built in what you do. It's more than land, it's who I am. This is where boots learn. Learn to stand. She sang into a broken brush in a bedroom lit by neon hush. She perfumed the thrift store gown, dancing like she owned that crown. To the mirror she took her bow, the only crowd she'd ever wow. That stage was only real in her mind, where the lights shine bright and the stars align. She played her heart to a silent room, wrote big dreams on a worn out tune. The world passed by, too deaf, too blind. That stage was only real in her mind. She pinned up hopes with paper clips and prayed between her waitress shifts. The jukebox played someone else's song while her own kept waiting all along. But she kept singing soft and true to the dream that never quite came through. That stage was only real in her mind, where applause was hers and the words all rhymed. She chased the light no one could see in a world that never let her be. The stars she held were hard to find. That stage was only but she lit it up with every line. Though no crowd rose to call her name, she sang like fire just the same. And somewhere in her heart's design, that stage was real, if only in her mind. I left that town with a heavy heart. One last look before the engine starts. A goodbye note on a diner plate, and a sky that never looked so gray. The house was sold, the ties were burned. Sometimes the only way's not to return. Now there's nothing left but the dream and the road. An old guitar and a song I wrote. Reviews full of cut-ins, but the highway don't ask where you've been. I lost the girl, the job, the love, but I still got the dream in the road. Motels blur into every town. Neon flickers and hopes break down. And when the chords feel like home again, I remember why I chose the wind. Each mouth a verse, each side's a prayer, and I keep moving, 'cause I still care. There's nothing left but the dream and the road. A six-string voice still knows. The nights get cold, the gas runs thin, but I won't fold, I won't give in. I ain't got much to call my own, just this dream. A piece of me in a chorus clear, and all this driving won't feel so lost if these wheels were worth the cost. There's nothing left but the dream and the road. I have to hope in every show. No matter where the good things go, but I still chase them through the glow. Can't turn back, can't unknow. It's just me. This dream and the road. Kissed her mama by the screen door light. One last glance before the bus took flight. With a suitcase full of secondhand clothes and lyrics scribbled on old envelope notes. She didn't know what lay ahead, but she knew she couldn't stay instead. with a ticket out and a heart full of songs. She chased a place where she might belong, left behind the fields and silent nights, trading small town hush for city life. She ain't got much, but she's hanging on, with a ticket out and a heart full of songs. Coffee cold on a corner stage, singing truth beyond her age. They don't know her name back home, but hear her voice, don't feel alone. The world's too big to stay confined when music's pulling from deep inside. With a ticket out and a heart full of songs, she's finding where her soul feels strong. She ain't looking for the easy ride, just a beat to match the fire inside. It ain't much yet, but she's holding on to a dream, a mic and song she's drawn in. Maybe someday they'll sing along to the girl who left to right her wrong. Even if the stage don't stay, she knows she tried to find her way. And with a ticket out and a heart full of songs, she built her life where hope belongs. From porcelain tears to big time shows, she gave it all to what she knows. She ain't got fame, but she's moving strong, with the ticket out and a heart full of songs. With the ticket out